Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa. So,
hello. You sounded like a newscaster.
I know. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Next time, it's going to be a serial killer voice.
Okay, can't wait. Can't wait for that. Are you going to try to, practice your voices to become a narrator?
Oh, man. Now that I've really started listening, embracing audiobooks, I'm always like, man, I don't have the voice for that. No. Or the voice capacity.
No. I don't have different voices. I don't have accents. I don't have anything.
Yes, give me a book where there's only one person.
Yeah.
The whole entire time. And
yes.
And I don't have to go do some crazy shit. I don't have to do nope. Anything that needs to be different can be done with voice tuning.
Yes, exactly. There's no unpronounceable words.
Oh yeah.
So many. We have to make it as easy as possible. Yes. I'm a very niche audiobook narrator.
Exactly. You know what? Just give me children's books.
Oh, yes. You got that.
Very specific children's books. Because now that I'm really thinking about it, that seems hard.
Oh, no.
No, I don't know. Okay.
You were not made for the narrator life.
No, but it feels like it would be a really fun job.
It does seem like it would be a fun job. I don't think that I could narrate spicy books, especially if they were duetted.
Well, you're not in the room with him.
No, but I do think that they are like this, where they're on camera with each other.
Really?
I've seen some videos of that.
I'm going to have to Google this.
I'm sure it's not all the time, but I have seen a couple of people, they'll post TikToks and stuff like that of them talking at the doing a this kind of recording.
I don't think I could do that serious. Take that serious.
No, I would just die of laughter every single time, especially if he growled or something. I would just be like, I can't. I'm fired. Okay.
They would have to mute me.
Yes, exactly.
Don't look at the screen. Don't look at Nicole. No. She's muted. Just speak your lines. Let her finish, and then we'll bring her back when she's composed.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, there's no way. There's no fucking way. I would be way too embarrassed.
Yeah.
So some of that conversation kind of leads into one of the things I was going to tell you about today. One of my bookish things. I saw an article.
Okay.
It was on, well, shit. I can't remember what it was on. It'll be linked in the description.
Okay.
I'll find it. And it was talking about first person versus third person.
Okay.
In books. Apparently, there's a TikToker. She's read hundreds of books and all the things and whatever. She hates third person POVs. Okay. Not just hates them. She thinks that they're easier to understand when they're written in first person.
Okay.
She said, here's a direct quote from her, okay?
All right.
Sometimes when I'm seeking out a new book, I want it to be as dumbed down as possible. These fantasy books often have all of this world building. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to think. I just want to get lost in a story, which is why she prefers first person over third person. My question is, how does first person versus third person change your ability to get lost in a story or make you think more?
Or less, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so confused by this thing. And apparently it's not just her. So this is one thing, one person that the article wrote about. But apparently it's a big thing on TikTok where people are literally I've tried third person. I can't do it. It doesn't work for me. I don't understand it. There's an author, Kay Awancio, I think is how you say their name. They said that they've actually had readers come up to them at book sightings and say to their face, I don't read your books because they're in third person.
Okay.
What? Is third person that much harder to understand than first? I'm so confused.
Maybe it's because you don't get as much. It's more secretive, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe I don't want to say unreliable narrator, but
yes.
You know how, like, one of my complaints is, like, if you're in somebody's head,
yes,
you should be able to get everything, and maybe that's what they want. They just want all the information
all
up front.
Yeah.
Whereas I almost sometimes prefer third person.
Yeah.
Because at least this way it's consistent and I just don't know what's going on.
Right, exactly.
You know?
But I think if you are telling authors, I will only read your books if they're in first person, I think you're taking some of the writing
liberty away.
Yes, I think you're taking some of that away from them because they, like you said, you can't have secrets when you're in first person, or you have less secrets when you're in first person. And I feel like you're taking away some of the ability to like build plot and build story and build like all that stuff if everything is just being like spewed out at you. That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's cool. Well, you're allowed to have your preferences on what you like in books. I think that's really ballsy to go up to an author, though, and be like, I'm not going to read your books unless you change how you write.
Yeah.
Like, if I was an author and somebody said that to me, I'd be like, all right, I guess I'll catch you on the next book.
Yeah, maybe.
The next series? I don't know. I think it would be weird if you were an author. Let's say you wrote two books, 2 fantasy books in third person, and somebody came up to you and you're like, you're right, I should write it in first person from now on. So the third book comes out in first person. You know how many people would be like, what the fuck?
I would be so pissed if the person changed. I've had that problem before where like the main character is first person, but when it's a side character chapter, they write it in third person. No. You can't switch it up in the middle of the fucking book, just like you can't switch it up in the middle of a series. Like, if you pick one way, go with that way. Like, I don't know. Another quote from her was, when I read in first person, it's almost like, that's me in the book.
Okay.
But I still get that feeling when I read third person. I don't understand the difference, like how first person...
I feel like that's the opposite way, because like, isn't first person, you are the person? So like,
yeah,
now somebody is thinking your thoughts for you, right? Whereas if you were from third person, you could be like, I don't know, maybe like the getting there is different, but yeah, I generally would act that way or say something, but like not all of the thoughts are being put into my brain like for me, right? I don't know.
Because in first person, the narration of it is saying like, I did this, I said that, and for me, I feel like that's the opposite, right? Like, when I read I said this, I am specifically thinking about this person saying that thing. I don't know. It was a very interesting like article, and I'm very confused by, like you said, everyone can have their own opinions. You can have your own preferences. Like, we all have that. I'm just very confused by how you find it so difficult, or how people find it, the difference between them, so difficult.
So I'm not a brain person, a brain psychologist or a brain doctor.
Oh,
no. What is it? I'm not a brain scientist. But anyway, I wonder if it has something to do with third person is more like real life. So like, you are hearing other people say their thoughts, or hear what they're saying to you. They're acting out in an environment, and you maybe don't know what's going on, right? So maybe that's the problem. It's too much like real life, and you don't want that in like a fantasy. I know I'm not making a huge amount of sense right now, but like,
no, but I get what you're saying. Like, it makes it more realistic in that it's somebody telling you a story about something that happened to them or other people, where in first person, it's like this person is telling you this fantasy thing that happened to them, and it's easier to believe that it's fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but more of just like, if it's third person, it's like you're experiencing real life, right?
Okay.
Like, everything is happening.
Yeah.
But
interesting. I mean, it's not to me. It still feels like a stretch because it's like,
yeah,
this is not that hard to go from one to the other, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I know that I feel frustrated.
Yeah, I actually don't have a preference.
I don't think I do either.
So the fact that people out there have such a strong preference is also interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me you won't read... I mean, I've said before I won't read a book because it has tropes in it. So I can understand it. So like me saying like, how would you not read a book if it was a certain like point of view? But get over yourselves. Yeah.
I will say I do not like it when a book switches between person for different people. Like I said, with the one chapter being first person and another chapter being third. I think that is really jarring. But for the whole book, I don't have a preference really. I don't think of one over the other.
Yeah, me neither.
Great. The end. That's all I had for you today.
Nothing got handled there.
Nothing got decided. Nothing.
Still
anything.
Clear as mud.
Exactly. Do you have anything before snacks?
Sure.
Okay.
I have an announcement.
An announcement.
An announcement. I have finally finished all of the DCC books. I was not going to read them yet, but I ended up just like, yeah, fuck it, and I started them.
Yes.
And let me tell you what, one, before I get into the books, because I'm not gonna review them or anything, because you've already done all the reviews.
We have a very long episode about that. Yeah. I will link it.
Yeah. Those books, and I know you said it, these books are all like 600 plus pages long.
Yes.
So
they're very long. It's a very long series.
Very long series.
Yes.
This is like, I've been keeping, throwing everything into all my books that I finish into Goodreads and stuff. And I looked the other day when I finished a book and I just clicked it just to see. And it was like, you're 14 books behind this year. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no.
It's because I've been reading 8,000 pages.
Because I read, like, if these were all, like, romance books, I'd be on top of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be 14 books behind.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's I enjoyed the books, but now that I know how far behind I am for my year total,
okay, I don't know when this episode is going to come out versus an episode where we recently talked about you reading them versus listening because you were trying to not be my friend anymore.
Oh yeah.
But let's talk about it now. Did you end up listening?
Half and half.
Okay.
So I know I made you very upset by reading the first book.
You literally told me you hated me because
and we were mortal enemies.
And we were mortal enemies because you said, I don't want to listen to you. I don't care about your review. I'm going to read instead of listen.
Yes, my cheap heart. Books were Kindle Unlimited. So I ended up I do both. I half and half it.
Okay.
I listen on the way to work.
Okay.
I'll read it while I'm at work if I have time. I'll listen to it on the way home if I'm at home and it's just me and I'm cleaning or something. I listen. But if like Mike's home and we're watching like hockey or something like that, I'll read it. So I would say it's a true half and half.
Okay. As someone who has done both now, because against all wishes, do you feel like you get less from it when you read with your eyeballs, or do you think it's the same?
So I enjoy the reading.
Okay.
Well, let me say this. I can't pick because each has its own specialness to it.
Okay.
When I'm listening to it, I get to enjoy the narration. I get to enjoy all the voices. It helps me keep track of characters because there are a significant amount of characters in this book.
There are over 300 named characters in this book.
Right.
Series.
Yes. And just because they're in one book doesn't mean that they're in the next book, and then they might show up 2 or 3 books later. And I know you've said all of this in your reviews. It's very confusing.
That's why Jeff is amazing, because he has different voices for everybody.
Yes. So, A+ for narration, because he does a great job. It lets me go on autopilot. I kind of just get to like enjoy being in the book. But because of that, I also think that I zone out a little bit when I'm being read to. Because I know there's so many parts where I'm like, I don't remember this person, or I 100% don't know what's going on right now.
Okay.
And I'll have to go back.
Okay.
Like multiple like minutes and be like, what is going on? How did we get? Because he does. Yeah. The book jumps around a lot too. So like, and that's like one aspect of the actual book itself, is that like, just because what's going on right now does not mean that that's the same path they're traveling.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so much chaos.
So much chaos
in that book series that like, if you're not paying attention, like I think I don't even know. I walked out of the room to let the dogs out, and I came back in, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh, so much could happen in that time.
So I had to go back.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true. Okay. So you have like benefits of both ways. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely on team you should listen to it. I do think it's very enjoyable. But I could see benefits to both ways.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple of parts specifically that I know that I really enjoyed listening to the narration of it. And I was like, some of those parts I was thinking of, and I'm like, you're not going to get the experience of this because you're reading it with your eyeballs and not listening. Because there's a couple of parts, specifically one in book 2 when Donut screams at, she calls somebody a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And she screams it. Like, I loved that part so much, the way that Jeff Hayes screamed it as Donut. And so I listened to that part like 4 times. Yeah. Also, I feel like you don't get the full effect of Samantha in the book. Like, you have to listen to her be fucking crazy.
Yes.
In Jeff's voice.
Yes. Samantha is one of my favorite characters.
She's absolutely the best character.
Like, there's a lot of chaos agents in this book. I love Samantha.
Samantha is fantastic, especially like in some of the later books when she starts getting a lot more like playtime with the team. She's fucking great. I love Samantha so much. For those who haven't listened yet or read the books yet, go listen to it, because Samantha is a talking sex head doll and she's fucking great.
She's hilarious.
Just go do it. Okay, so do you have a favorite of the series?
Yeah, I can actually tell you top to bottom.
Oh, tell me right now.
All right. It is 1.
Okay.
7, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4.
1, 7. You liked 7 at number 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What about 7? Like, did you like so much?
So I will say that I liked 2. Okay. You know, because it's still interesting. You know, you're still. But I thought 3 and 4 got like, I don't want to say lost.
Okay.
But repetitive is probably not the right word.
Okay.
But it just like, it was more dungeon, right?
Yep.
And then like 5 gets a little bit different with like the masquerade. And then 6 and 7 are just off the walls.
Yes.
Like, and 7 is so much chaos.
Okay, so you liked it for the chaos.
Like, you really, like, it's 6 and 7 almost give me anxiety because it's like that much level of chaos. Like, you literally don't know what's going to happen because by that time the AI is degraded.
The AI is pissed off at everybody.
Yeah, AI is degraded to the point of madness, and he's like, nope, I'm not doing that. Like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it from a chaos factor.
Okay.
Whereas like I enjoyed 2, 3, and 4 when I was in them. Okay. But as I got through to the other books where it just started getting like, I was like, yes, this is what those books were missing. It was just like 2, 3, and 4 were just like, and now we go out and grind.
Yep. We're just going to go fight everybody.
We're going to go fight everybody.
Fuck everybody up.
Yeah. So I'm actually interested in the next book because I know they make it a point to say in the description, I went and read the description. They're like, it's back to, like, what are we doing in the dungeon now? Just grinding. Like, this is weird. This is not this seems too easy.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see where that goes.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the next one. I can't wait to see where we go, especially because of all the things that are kind of happening in the background now that we learn in book 7. Like, I'm interested to see where all of that kind of ends up with 8. Yeah. I've
done a couple deep dives to see what other people have been saying about
like theories and
stuff like that. So
okay.
And it's really interesting because there are a lot of, like, for somebody who says they're a pantser,
yeah,
you do get a lot of nuggets where you're like,
yep.
Are you really?
So I would be careful of where you go look for information on book 8 if you don't want spoilers, because book 8 is fully out on his Patreon.
Yes, it is.
So I would be careful. Like, he obviously asks everybody, like, don't post anything about this. And people in the Reddit thread are really, really good about, like, I read it, but I'm not going to say anything or anything like that. Like, there's a lot of Patreon people in the Dungeon Crawler Carl Reddit, because both Matt and Jeff Hayes are in that and, like, fairly active in the Reddit thread. So, but they're very good about it. But I would just say, like, if you're looking on Reddit, it's probably, and specifically in the DCC thread, it's probably okay. Anywhere else, I don't know, because who's out there. And also I'd be careful because Jeff just started posting his cold reads of book 8 on YouTube. So he does cold reads while he's narrating, like recording the narration. Obviously not the whole book, but like pieces of it. And I don't know what parts he's doing. And I don't know. I'm sure he's going to not post something if it's like
a huge spoiler.
I'm
but
sure
Donut
Matt
being like, God damn it!
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck you. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sure Matt probably right. I'm sure. I have to imagine that Matt told him, like, do not read these on, like these chapters or whatever. But he just started posting those live cold reads and stuff. So be careful of what you're looking for out there if you don't want spoilers for book 8. So, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait for that one. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's a great series. I'm interested to see where he goes because once you get, I know we've said this before, we talked about it. Once you get deep into a book series like this, man,
it's hard to...
It's easy to lose your way.
Hard to keep it alive and keep it, like, interesting and not...
new and...
Yeah.
So...
I'm really excited that you liked the later ones. I don't know if anybody remembers my favorite one from the whole thing was 5, and that's like a little bit lower for you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to tell you that. That's why there's also no rating in Goodreads for
You
book
didn't put
5.
one on that?
Nope. Just in case you went to go look.
I did look. I was looking. But
it's not a bad rating. I think I rated it like a 4 or something like that. So yeah, it's not bad. They're all 4 and 5, like 4 and 5 reads
for
like,
sure.
Some of them rounded up to 4, obviously, but like, they're all great books.
Yeah,
you know, just like I said, for my tastes, some of them got like, some would get repetitive in spots and questy, and it just feels like you know,
Yeah.
another
I mean, they're
day in
very
the
long,
dungeon.
right? Yeah, they're very long. So I think some of the stuff just feels like there's only so much that can happen. And so,
Yeah.
well, I mean, listeners, if you haven't noticed yet, I think you should know that this is our call to action, that if you haven't read or listened to DCC yet, just go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop thinking about it and just go do it.
Might as well.
You might as well, because if you want to be like Nicole and be my mortal enemy, you can go read them on Kindle Unlimited, or you can go listen to them on Audible. Because Jeff Hayes is
friend.
Yes, and be my friend, because they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Great update for us. New achievement, as one might say. Do you have a good snack today?
Oh, shit.
I take that as no.
No, I haven't even thought about it because I was thinking about, like, dang it. Let's see. What did I do this week? Okay, for lack of anything else better to say, I've
popcorn.
been eating... No, not popcorn. I have not eaten any popcorn. Okay, I'm going to tell you my shame snack.
Okay.
And I don't want to.
Okay.
Because remember, like, 3 days ago, when I was like, I'm going to be healthy.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened? What did you eat? You better tell me your shamefulness right now.
Okay, so I said, I'm going to do better. I'm going to work out, do all these things, you know, like blah, blah, blah. Well, then I went to work yesterday. Okay. And I was supposed to get out at 5:30. Okay. And I ended up getting stuck at work until like almost 8.
Okay.
So I knew that by the time I got home, because it takes me like 45 minutes to get home. So I knew by the time I got home, it would be almost 8 o'clock and I would be going to bed in like an hour. And I didn't want to eat that close to bed.
Almost 9 o'clock?
Almost 9 o'clock. I didn't want to, I just didn't, in my mind, it all lined up. Okay. I didn't want to deal with it. So I ate Taco Bell.
Do you want to know something?
Did you eat Taco Bell?
My snack today is Taco Bell.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
My snack today is Taco Bell, specifically pintos and cheese, because I love pintos and cheese.
Oh my gosh.
But my snack today is Taco Bell.
Wow. Look at us. You know, every once in a while when I send you something and you're like, same person.
Yep.
This just reinforces it.
Reinforces. We are slowly becoming one.
I know. Soon we won't have to do the split screen shit.
No, exactly.
Or the split screen will just be like half of our face.
Yeah, just half of us is the same story. I don't know which way I need to go.
Exactly. It'll just be like half face. Same person.
Yes, we because we had like a 10-hour road trip last weekend. And so obviously we had to eat on the road, and Tim was like, I want Taco Bell. And I was like, of course you're going to pick the hardest thing to eat in the car, but okay.
Sprinkled cheese like confetti all over the seats. Yep.
But yes, we got Taco Bell, and I had a couple of tacos, and but pintos and cheese is I used to get this as a child all the time, the little bowl of beans and all that, and it's delicious.
That sounds delightful.
Yes.
Just hard to eat if you're driving.
Yeah, I wasn't driving, so that was fine.
Yeah, that's
but tacos are really hard to eat when you're driving.
Yeah. I had the spicy potato soft tacos. And those are incredibly difficult to eat because it's like diced up like fried potatoes and like lettuce and like I was saying, like sprinkled cheese. So as soon as you open the package, it just explodes. It's like, yep. But man, I love some spicy potato soft taco.
Interesting.
And Baja Blast.
Oh. Isn't Baja Blast like a Mountain Dew mix or whatever? You know, I haven't had Mountain Dew in probably 20 years. I don't know.
I love Baja Blast. But I couldn't have it because there's too much caffeine. So I didn't have it.
Oh, yeah, you can't have that at 8:30 at night.
No.
Do you like, isn't there a different one, like a blue one and a green one or something?
Yeah, there are other ones, which I'm not a huge fan. I'm not like... I
What
love Baja Blast.
What color is
other
the
stuff
original?
Green.
It's green. Okay. I thought it was the blue one was. Okay. So green one, that's the one you want.
I want the blue one.
Oh, you want the blue one.
Baja Blast is blue.
Okay.
Original Mountain Dew is neon green.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I meant the different colors of the Bajas. Don't they have like different flavors or something of the Baja?
Yeah, maybe. Like purple and... Yeah. Sorry. Blue is the original Baja.
Okay. Got it.
I love blue Baja.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm glad we could be shameful in our snack today together.
Did you know around Thanksgiving, I'm sure we talked about this, or maybe I talked about it with my husband. They had the Baja Blast pie.
No, I don't think we talked about it.
Oh, I showed a picture.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I showed a picture to my husband, and I was like, "Can we get this for Thanksgiving?" And he was like, "That looks fucking gross."
Great, more for me.
More for me. So I watched a whole bunch of people like trying it, and everybody who had it was like, "This is awesome," and it tastes exactly like Baja Blast. And I was like, "Huh." And
is this a Taco Bell exclusive?
I think so. I think you could only get it at Taco Bell.
Okay.
I never went to go get it. I should have defied my husband.
You should have.
And just went and got it and brought it. If they bring it back.
I was just going to say, I hope they bring it back for you this year.
If they bring it back this year.
Yeah.
This is my plea to Taco Bell. Please bring back Baja Blast Pie. I need to know.
Yeah, you have to taste it.
Or else I'm just going to have to try and figure it out myself.
Yeah. So that's what I thought at first, why I said it was asked if it was a Taco Bell exclusive or if it was like a recipe or something.
I'm sure there's like
dupes.
I'm sure there's out there. Like I could look it up and I could probably make it, but I don't know.
Well, I'm so excited that it turned out that we are both Taco Bell lovers today.
That's so wild.
That's so funny. Okay, do you want to tell me about how many books do you have today?
Just one.
Okay. Do you want to tell me about your book?
Sure. As soon as my tablet decides it's not going to take a nap anymore.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the book I'm going to talk about today is called Six Crimson Cranes. It's by Elizabeth Lynn. And I read this as a physical book.
Okay. I feel like I can see the cover. Like, I feel like I know what this is.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a young adult fantasy. Mm-hmm. Some triggers in it is death of a family member, drowning, murder, and assassination attempts.
Okay.
And also assassination.
Okay.
Chronic illness. Okay. So
that's a lot of them.
Yes. Okay, my book description is not great.
Okay.
But I'll give it a try.
All right.
Shiori is a princess, and she also has a secret.
All right.
In a land where magic is not supposed to be possible and is also forbidden, Shiori has the ability to speak life into objects.
How is it forbidden and not supposed to be possible? Like, if it's not even supposed to be possible, why do you even make it forbidden?
So I think just on that island, it's not possible.
I see. Okay.
But like other places, it's possible.
Uh-huh.
And I'll get into all of this.
Okay. Thank you.
Later, a little bit. I'll clear a little bit of this up.
Okay.
I also didn't really know how to explain her magic very well.
Okay.
That's why I phrased it the way she is. And I'll give an example of it later. Okay.
And what did you say about her magic again?
She has the ability to like speak life into objects.
Okay.
So, like, reanimate is not a good word because they weren't already animated, but, like, animate them, I guess.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Okay.
I'll get you there. Okay. Okay, so on the day of her betrothal, she has an accident, and she is rescued by a dragon.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. So, of course, no one in her family believes her, except for her stepmother, which is strange to Shiori because they don't have a great relationship.
Okay. She needed to be rescued on her wedding day?
Yes.
Okay. I won't ask more.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's her betrothal day. Like,
what does that mean?
Like the prince came from his kingdom and they were going to be like fiancé to each other.
Okay, great.
Okay. So it's like a ceremony where they come together and they promise to marry each other.
Oh, I see. It's like the two kingdoms are basically saying, like, we're going to ally together, and they're going to be, okay.
Yeah, so Shiori doesn't want to be married to this guy.
Okay.
So she goes and hides, I guess, for lack of better terms, and while she's hiding, something happens, and she finds herself in trouble.
Okay.
And this dragon rescues her.
Great.
Yep. Okay. So because of this accident, Shiori ends up spending a lot of time with her stepmother, and she starts to become suspicious of her. Something is not quite right. So she secretly follows her into the woods, and finds out that her stepmother, her name is Rikama, has magic of her own.
Okay. So
when Shiori is caught, and her stepmother finds out that she knows the secret, she puts a curse on Shiori and her brothers.
Jesus, okay.
Yes, so there's 2-part curse here.
Okay.
1, all 6 of her brothers are turned into cranes.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack there, but okay.
Yep. So they're turned into burbs. 2, Shiori's magic is restrained, so she can't use it.
Her stepmother sounds very powerful.
Right. And also she is banished.
Ooh, okay.
So, but then on top of that, if Shiori ever speaks a word, she has the ability to speak.
Okay.
But if she speaks, every word she speaks, one of her brothers will die.
What?
Yeah. So she can speak, but if she chooses to speak, every word she speaks, one of her 6 brothers will die from it.
So she says 6 words, they're all dead.
Right. And in the book, something happens where at the very beginning where she actually speaks.
Okay.
And like basically she gets like a warning.
Okay.
Like where she thinks she sees her brothers and she says something to get their attention, and like one of the cranes like falls out of the sky, and she's like, oh fuck, I killed my brother, and she basically hears like a voice that says like, that was your warning, like that's what'll happen to your brothers if you speak. It's not, those birds were not her brothers, but like this is what's gonna happen if you say something. A reminder. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's wild. Yes. Okay.
So there's a lot to unpack, right?
Yeah.
So, cast out and far from home, Shiori has to find her brothers and also stop her stepmother, her evil stepmother. Very
evil, powerful stepmother. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So along her path, she meets up with a nice prince.
Okay.
Who tries to help her. Who also happens to be the prince that she did not want to marry.
Okay.
Weird, huh?
Is there a like a location limit on where like she's not allowed to talk ever, or is it only if she's in?
It doesn't matter where she is.
So how does she tell him what her problem is?
She can't.
Okay.
So remember, okay, let me get through this, and I'll have.
I'm sorry. Yes.
No. I have a spoiler part.
Okay.
Which some of this stuff I'll talk about because it gets spoilery.
All right.
Okay. So she learns that maybe he wasn't actually such a bad guy.
Okay.
And he helps her.
Okay. A
A little bit. But that's not all.
All right.
With all her brothers missing, there's trouble home because there's no trouble back home because there's nobody to inherit the throne now.
Oh.
So this means that all the other minor princes and minor factions are now plotting to usurp her father and dethrone him.
That makes sense.
So who's going to stop them? Tell me, Vanessa, who will stop them?
Not the evil stepmother.
Okay. So there's a couple things that I'm going to mention here. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because if you read the actual book description, there's a pretty large emphasis put on it in the book description, and I didn't necessarily agree that it was the main focus of the book.
Okay.
So Shiori's magic yes, she has magic. Obviously, she's cast out because of it. But she only really does magic twice.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the time she spends... Remember I said her magic's limited?
Yeah.
So, like, her magic's limited, so she doesn't, like... They make a big deal about it in the description, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal in this book.
Okay.
I'm assuming more magic will come into play in the next book.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, the shape-shifting dragon.
The shapeshifter?
Yes.
Okay.
He can be a man or a dragon.
Ooh.
So, yes, he's there. He pops in and out a lot.
Okay.
Like, he's there in the beginning because he's, like, teaching her magic, and then he kind of pops in and out because he's, like, helping her, but he's also can't be there full-time to help her. I know this sounds picky because he is in there. He plays a couple pivotal roles.
Yeah.
But, like I said, he just pops in and out enough that he's helpful.
Okay.
When she needs it. Mm-hmm. But, like, the reason that he can't be there full-time is, like, oh, I can't. It's not the right season.
Okay.
You know, so, like... And it kind of feels like more of a love triangle setup than...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, then, like, he's there for reasons.
Like a red herring love triangle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, remember, this is a YA book.
Right.
So, it's not really an enemies to lovers trope.
Okay.
There is no... Like, it's YA, right? Mm-hmm. There's no reason for her to really be enemies with this kid.
Yeah, she just didn't want...
She just doesn't want to be married, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a YA, so it's a very youthful, incredibly slow burn romance. Nothing really happens. It's like them becoming friends, which I enjoyed, right? Yeah. But there is that weird love triangle setup.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Does it get resolved, or do you think that there's still going to be, like, triangle-ness in book 2?
I actually think that it was being used to build up, so that way in book 2 it's more than it is. Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Takan, who is the prince, he is a perfect man trope.
Okay.
And he's only like 17. So I was really confused. Like, how can this 17-year-old be so perfect?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, well, what do I know? Okay, so this book is really slow in the middle.
Okay.
Some more, for lack of better terms, villains were added. Or bad people were added. And I was really confused why they were there.
Okay.
And what their purpose was. And why are they important?
Why are you just dropping in all these villains?
Yeah, so, like, some of them were to push forward the whole, like, somebody's taking over her father's throne.
Okay.
But some of them weren't for that. And so I was like, why are you here? Why are you important? I assume this is going to be answered in book 2.
Yeah. Well, you hope it'll be answered? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so some nice things about this book, though, is Shiori does have personal growth.
Okay.
Like I've said many times now, she's very young. But she has a few humbling moments where it seems like she actually learns from these.
That's good.
She just doesn't continue from the aspect of to become, like, a better person. Like, she realizes that she was a bitch to this prince. Okay. And she's like, okay, that was on me. I was a bad person. She doesn't ever really learn to, like, control her temper or, like, not do impulsive things, but at least from the aspect of, like, becoming a better person. Okay. Seems like she does grow there. So that's nice. All right. There's a paper crane in this. Okay. And it's adorable. It's the paper
that she animated?
Yes. So it's part has something to do with her reanimation magic. She animates this paper crane, and it's her best friend, and it's just this cute little sassy bird that kind of, like, acts like a Jiminy Cricket almost, like her conscience. So it's very cute. Okay. So now for the spoilery things a little bit.
Can I ask you something before you get into that?
Sure.
Is the story told, like, from her inner monologue, Or is it told from other people's point of view?
It's hers. It's her point of view.
Her point of view, just her inner monologue, because obviously she can't talk out loud. So.
Right. Yes. So I guess this is a good spoiler anyways, but so she has the ability to speak to the bird through her mind because she made the bird.
Okay.
So she's linked to the bird with magic, right?
All right.
So she can speak to the bird, and the bird can speak to other animals. So, like, the bird can speak to her brothers in their crane form.
Nice. All right.
So, like, she has a way to speak through that.
Okay.
But, yeah. And the bird's
But she's not having conversations with people around and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Yep, it's all the brain connection with her bird.
All the brain connection, everything. Like, she can't even, it's so much that she can't even write down, like, what's happened to her.
Really?
Yeah, like, there's a block there.
The stepmother is a real bitch.
So let me tell you something about that. This is the spoiler part.
Okay.
Rei Kama, who is the stepmother, is the perceived villain in this book, correct? You would say that?
Yeah.
Okay. But at the end, she is not the villain.
Okay.
So, at the end, she has, like, a redemption arc where she's like, I did all these things to save you.
Okay. I knew that's what you were going to say, and I'm not on board.
I'm not on board either. I had a hard time with these reasons, right? Mostly because Rei Kama is this crazy-ass, super powerful sorceress. And you're telling me the only way you could save her was to turn her brothers into cranes and tell her not to speak?
Or they'll die?
So I'm going to choose the most super traumatic way.
Yeah.
To save you. Instead of just using your magic some other way. So,
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, lady.
So not super, I wasn't super thrilled with how that worked.
Yeah.
But in this book, in order to save her father and, like, do all these things, she needs to get a dragon pearl.
Okay.
Which is a source of magic.
Okay.
And this dragon pearl.
The stepmother.
No. So Shiori has to find this dragon pearl.
Okay.
And that's how Rei Kama has her magic. The stepmother has her magic. Is she has a dragon pearl inside her. That's how she's so powerful.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you just absorb it?
Yes.
Okay. Absorb. Okay, great.
Yeah, so that's how she has all of her, like, super powerful magic. She has this dragon pearl, and that's one of Shiori's tasks, is to get it from her stepmother. Okay. And then the dragons will help her or something like that. I don't. Okay. It's kind of, like, it's questy, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Like, she spends the whole middle part of the book weaving this net. Okay. And while she's weaving this net, that's where you meet all these other characters who are, like, probably evil, but you're not really 100% sure why. And that's where, like I was saying, it kind of gets slow because you're like, why is she here? Minus that she has to, at some point, spend time with the prince to therefore become, like, you know, in love with him. So, yeah. So that's the only thing that I can think is there had to be a way to get her to spend time with the prince, right?
Okay.
So did you have any questions that I didn't answer?
No, I think you got it.
Okay. So that's really the only spoilery things that I was going to talk about.
Okay.
I chose, or am choosing, to not read book 2.
Oh. Okay. Is it out already or no?
It is out already.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Tell me your reasons.
1, I don't want to do the love triangle.
And you feel certain that's where it's going?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I know it's going to go there.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
And I'm also kind of scared that book 2 is going to be the same as book 1.
Like a questy, like still trying to figure out where... Okay.
Yeah. Like, except now, like, now she's doing more quests in the dragon world.
Okay. All right.
So she goes down to the land of the dragons, and she's doing questy things in the land of the dragons.
Because now she's there looking more specifically for the pearl, right?
Well, she has the pearl.
Oh, I see.
I did not really enjoy this book enough.
Yeah.
For me to be like, you know what? I can sit through this again.
I can go through a triangle and quest.
Yeah. With extra.
Well, and we know that you're not like a super questy person already. So like, if you're already feeling those vibes for book 2 again, I can see why.
Yes.
Okay.
So, side note, before I give my rating.
Okay.
The book Her Radiant Curse.
Yes.
Which I talked about in episode 32.
Yes.
Is the prequel to this book.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did you know that going in?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew that when I read the first book.
Okay.
But I didn't really know anything else about the second book.
Okay.
Or, well, technically the first book, this
sure.
book. So I knew in this book that Raikama was going to have a redemption arc. Even before, like, when at the beginning, I was like, is this the same person? What is going on here?
Okay.
None of this makes sense. And then, like, as the book is going on and, like, Shiori's having, like, second thoughts about her stepmother being a bad person, I was like, now it's all making sense.
Okay.
I liked Her Radiant Curse better than I liked this book.
Oh, all right. I do remember you talking about that one.
Yeah, I was going to go back and, like, re-listen to that episode and see what I said about this.
Okay.
Like, what I rated it and how I felt about it. But then I was just like, bah! I remember. Today, Nicole remembers that I actually liked Her Radiant Curse.
Okay.
And the way I feel about both books right now is I like that one better than this one.
Okay. All right.
So.
All right.
Anyway. I rated this book... Dun, dun, dun. 3.5.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
3. 3.5.
3.
Maybe 4. 3.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Sorry,
3 tacos. Sorry.
3 spicy potato tacos. Excellent. So, to continue our story of being the same person, my book is also about a place where forbidden magic is.
Man, how do we plan this stuff so well?
But we know. Okay, so I am going to tell you about The Ascended by Bree, Grenwich, and Parker Lennox. I want to say first that they're a writing duo who call themselves platonic soulmates, and I love that for them. I think that's adorable. So, The Ascended is book 1. All right, before I tell you about any of this, I have to tell you, the words in this book are so, like, fucking crazy. They do give a full
dictionary
pronunciation and glossary and like all that stuff. It's very helpful. I was going to talk to you about the words that are in the next, like in another part of the series, but I'm going to actually save that because I think I'm going to review that book soon. So we'll talk about those in an upcoming episode. But so there aren't really any in this one that are like super super hard, but just know the words are a little crazy, but there is a like glossary and pronunciation guide. So there's that. Okay. All right. So The Ascended is book 1 of the Asamarian. Sorry. I have the pronunciation right here. Asamarian duology, whatever you want to call it. They're part of the same world as the Aspatherian series, which is Riftborn, Dustbound, and Realm Blade. That's the series I'm going to read next. But just so everybody knows, like going into it, book 2 of The Ascended is not out yet. It's not even announced. And book 3 of the Esperithian series is not out yet. And for both of those, there might actually end up being a delay of them coming out because the authors are currently going from indie to trad published. So there might be some delay in the next books coming out as they make the transition over. So keep that in mind. Another thing I want to point out before I give this review. I saw so many fucking reviews about this that you should read the Esperithian series first before you read the Ascended. I did not know that. I did not see that. So I can't give you any, like, I can't speak to the what order you should read it in. But if you want to listen to people on the internet who have read both of them, they say that you have to read Riftborn and Dustbound first before you read the Ascended. So after you listen to my, and there is, I understand why they're saying that. There is something that happens at the Ascended that ties them together that I think would be really cool if you already knew that going into the Ascended. So there's some cool stuff there, but I feel okay with it. Like, I'm not upset, but I am going to immediately read the other two. So,
okay.
The Ascended is on Kindle Unlimited. And book 2 of the Esperithian series is on Kindle Unlimited, but book 1 is not. So keep that in mind. Okay. The tropes are there's trials and there's some like miscommunication and secrets happening. There's a lot of triggers in this. Their website has, if you are interested in it, I'll put a link here. Their website literally has like an entire page of content warnings if you're interested. But I felt like most of the list is stuff that you would typically get in like an adult fantasy book. But a couple that I will for sure point out is there is a loss of a parent and death, murder, torture that happens. So, all right. So I'm going to give you an overview of the world, and then I'll give you some more details. So in this world, there are the divine and the mortals. The divine, or the Aesmar, have powers, and they rule over all of the realms. And then there's also blessed mortals who have gifts or powers. However, you cannot live in the mortal worlds with power. So every year they come to the mortal realm, so the divine come to the mortal realm and take all of the blessed mortals to compete in ascension trials. And in these trials, you basically you're subjected to like different tests and trials to confirm the legitimacy of your powers and if you're strong enough to become Aesmar.
Do you get these powers at like you turn 18 or something, or
no? They manifest kind of earlier. So some of them have like I think it was like she was 7 or 8 when hers manifested, and it's not Aesmar, it's Asemar. Sorry. Okay. No, hers manifested, and there's different reasons. Like I think some mortals it just happens, like whatever. Some are because they had one of the parents was Asemar, and so then it passed on. So it's different for different mortals as to why they have powers.
But they don't get taken for these trials until a certain age?
No, it's as soon as they're found out.
So you could go as like a 8-year-old?
I think so.
Okay.
That was not clear. Like, it was not clearly pointed out, but it was that, like, you cannot be in the mortal realm if you have powers.
So, like, as soon as you show powers, like, assume that year during the
taking or whatever.
The taking, so, like, your child will be snatched up.
Yes. And something about these trials with the Asemar, you either ascend to become Asemar or you die. There's no in between. You don't leave the trials if you don't pass or whatever. You either die in the trials or at the very end of the trials, once it's complete and you've proven all the things, there's like a process that your body goes through to kind of change into more divine and less mortal. Okay. And if your body is not strong enough to accept the divineness, then you die.
All right.
So it's a lot. Okay. So we've got Thais Morvarin, and she lives in a small seaside village with her father and twin brother. They live a small life, working as fishermen and serving oysters to the tourists. But Thais has power that manifested when she was a child, and the three of them have all worked to conceal her star-forging power ever since, because she did not want to ascend. She wants no part of the world that killed her mother. So her and her family have all, like, hidden it. She doesn't do power in front of people. Like, nobody knows. She's now, I think she's early 20s by the time this happens now. So the Divine show up to their town just before the Ascension trials begin, and they end up exposing her powers, and she and her twin brother Thatcher are forced against their will into the Divine realm to compete in the Ascension trials. Before the first test, Thatcher's power suddenly manifests. He's not had powers his entire life, but all of a sudden they manifest, and now they have more options than they had just a moment before. Because she was going to try to like plead for his life because they didn't think that he had any power. So she was going to try to like plead and like keep him alive. And then he manifests it. So now they have more options. So what they decide they're going to do now is that they are going to make it through the trials. They're going to ascend into being Asamar, and they're going to take down the king of the gods. So now they must complete the trials and ascend at all costs.
Okay.
All right. Now, each contestant is chosen by a legend. So a legend is somebody that is a powerful Asamar within each of the domains in the realm. And that legend will be their mentor during the duration of the trials. They help them train and prepare for each of the things and blah, blah, blah. Thais is chosen by Zul, who is the Warden of the Damned. He is the Prince of Draknavar, and his power is a very strong necromancy. Like, he can control them. Each trial they make it through brings them one step closer to ascension and their plan to kill the king. But there's lots of things going on in the background, obviously, throughout the whole time. Something unknown is going on in the divine realm. There's also a weird spark between her and Zul. And of course, of course, there are some secrets from everyone around her. All right. That's the big description of the book. I felt like I had to give more of like a world like description of it too, because there's so much world in this book.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, as soon as you said the guy's name, I started thinking Ghostbusters.
I mean, he does have necromancy, so he's contrling, like, the dead, basically.
But one of the bad guys in Ghostbusters
is his name Zul? That's funny. Well, that's not him. He's not a Ghostbuster.
Okay. Well, neither is this. He's the bad guy.
Or a foe of the Ghostbusters. Okay, so first, let me tell you, this book is almost 800 pages. So be ready when you go into this book. And I will say first, it did take me a while to get into it. I'd say probably the first like 100 pages, I was like in and out, not fully committed. And then after that, I was like fully invested, sucked into the story. Second thing, it does end on a very big cliffhanger. So if you don't want that, maybe don't read this book until the next book is out. So that you can read them back to back. And third, I feel like I have read quite a few books recently where they had trials. And every time I thought, where the fuck are these trials? Like, what? These are stupid trials. I don't like any of them. What is happening? There are actual legitimate trials in this book where they test their powers. They test their will. There's like high stakes. Like, I can get behind the trials that happen in this book. In this book. So yes. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was a really good representation of like a mix of fantasy and romance. I do think that this book felt more fantasy heavy than romance, but the romance does happen as part of the story. So you do get that. But I found it kind of refreshing that it felt more fantasy than like your typical romantic-y book, you know? There are some things about this book that like pull from other books, like Trials to the Death, having a mentor, having a glam squad. All of those things kind of are very Hunger Games heavy. There's also some things that happen where like once you ascend, you have to choose whose domain you want to join. And I feel like that's kind of similar to other books like this. I felt though that it was like unique enough to where it didn't feel like it was a complete ripoff of other books. I read a bunch of reviews of people that said that they felt that it ripped off more than I thought that it did. Okay. So maybe if you read a whole bunch of books that are like this, you may feel differently than me, but I feel like maybe I don't read enough in this like specific trope or of type where I didn't feel like it was like too much of a ripoff.
Okay.
I enjoyed both MCs. I enjoyed all of the side characters. No one was like particularly annoying or anything like that, so I'm going to call that a win. It's not without its problems, though. So, like, obviously all that stuff is really good, as all the things that I liked. One thing that I'll call out for sure was the amount of people, powers, realms, domains, like, all of that shit. There is a lot to remember. And I think that might be what took me so long to, like, get into it in the first, like, 100 pages or whatever, because you're just being thrown all of this information. And it was really hard for me to keep it all straight. And I feel like once I made the decision was like, okay, I don't care anymore about the hierarchy or the world or like whatever. I'm just going to push through. And then I feel like I finally made it like, okay, now things are starting to click for me.
Okay.
But it is very overwhelming. The next thing is, while I didn't hate Thais, like I enjoyed her, I do think that she's slightly like weighed down by that common trope that we talked about previously of like this strong, stubborn woman. But also that add in self-sacrificial. So she's going to do whatever it takes and like, whatever. Overall, like, I feel like that's such an overdone one where they're just like, I'll do whatever. I don't care if I die. And it's like, okay, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I care a little.
yeah, exactly. I like overall, I feel like it didn't bother me, but there were a few times where I was like, okay, you can calm down now. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this part, I don't know if I should keep this in or not. This is spoiler, so maybe I'll just put a spoiler disclaimer here. It's not a happily ever after. I don't need it to have that because I've had books before that I've read and been fine with it. But I am disappointed in this ending of this book. So whether happily ever after or not, I wish some things that happened differently.
Okay.
I don't want to give too many spoilers because it's really fucking big. But yeah, I'll just say that I don't like how it ended, and not just because it was not a happily ever after. I am, however, very excited about reading the next, like, the spinoff or whatever. Actually, The Ascended is a spinoff to the other series, but I am excited to read that because now that I know the connection between the worlds and like all that kind of stuff, I'm excited to go into that and see the difference and how it goes and how it feeds into the follow-on book. So I'm really excited. I think this one for me is a solid 4 stars.
Nice.
Solid 4-star, 4 pintos and beans.
Okay.
Pintos and beans. That's the same thing. Pintos and cheese.
I was like, okay.
All right. Pintos
beans
and beans. Yes. No. 4 bowls of pintos and cheese. I just really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Obviously had its moments of being like, what the fuck? And I didn't feel like I could give it higher than a 4, seeing that it took me like 100+ pages for me to really get into it. Yeah. So, but I'm really excited about it. I hope, it is becoming really big on TikTok. Like BookTok is pushing this book really hard. Okay. So I kind of went into it with like
like
unknown.
Am I gonna like this?
Yes, exactly. But it was one that I was like, okay, I actually am on board with this. Okay. Are you ready for our question?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. Depends on what it is.
Okay. You can steal one item from your book that you read, that you reviewed today, and use it in your real life. What are you taking, and are there consequences?
When you say item,
yes.
Can that be a person, place, or thing?
Do you want to bring your little crane?
Oh, that would be cute. I was thinking a dragon, because that feels like that would be pretty badass.
Yes.
I see, I have many thoughts there, because cool, it would be cool to have a dragon friend. But at the same time, I could steal the dragon pearl and have all this crazy superpowers.
Ooh, that one would actually be the way to go.
Right, because then I could make my own crane friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you should definitely take the pearl.
Easy peasy.
All right. Are there any consequences to this?
Not in this world, apparently.
Okay.
But
Great.
but if I lived in that one, all the dragons would want to murder me.
Oh, yeah. No, here you're safe.
Yeah, keep
unless all of a sudden
in the book. Yeah.
Yes. All of a sudden, all the dragons show up in real life, and we're like, "What the fuck, Nicole? Give it back!"
Never.
What am I taking? I am taking. So it's hard because in the Ascended, they don't have anything that's external to themselves. I feel like it's all magic.
No magical items.
No, it's all internal to them. If I could take magic, I would just take magic. That would be cool.
Take it.
But okay, great. So her magic is cool because she has star forging magic, and so basically she can forge the stars into whatever she wants. So if she needs a sword, she just forges it into a sword. If she needs a whatever, she just forges it into that. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know. There's some really cool magics. I guess that's something that I didn't really talk about. Is every person has a different magic. None of them cross over. And so, maybe I'll just take Theus's magic,
which is
the star forging.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
No,
I forgot her name was. I forgot that's what her name was.
No, that's
For some reason, when you said it, I thought that was her brother.
Thatcher is her brother. Okay. He also has really cool magic. No, I'm going to take Zul's magic because he's a necromancer, and I want to.
I was actually about to say that.
Yes, I'm going to take his magic and control all of the necromancy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I could be a good evil necromancer. Even if he's not, I feel like I could be a good evil necromancer.
You're specifically evil, though? You can't be a good necromancer?
No. I don't want to. I don't want people coming to me being like, can you bring back my... no, I'm not here for that.
So he uses he controls them so he can, bring them up, and then they fight for him.
I've actually read a book recently, it's a short novella where there's two necromancers in it, and I thought it was funny because one of the necromancers, she keeps making comments I will rip your bones from your body. So
that's the evil you're going with?
Yes, I want to be her.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a book review on that one.
Okay.
Because in that book, she's she wears necklaces made out of bones, and she has she rides a horse from reanimated bones and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking Zul's power for sure. If the thing that I can steal is magic, I'm taking his necromancy. Mm-hmm. Oh, all right, listeners, you tell us what you're stealing from your books that you're reading or recently read. Any book you want. You tell me what you're taking.
What do I know what you're reading?
I don't care. I care. I just don't know. So you could lie to me.
Exactly. We're okay with this.
Yeah, we're okay. Let us know. Savor the Story pod everywhere. Reach out to us on social media, on our website, on our email. Do all the things. Everything's linked in the description. Go find us there. Go tell your friends. Come be our friends. We love you. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here.